Hi, I'm Chip Denton. I'm the headmaster here at Trinity, and we are delighted that you're interested in our school. I want to tell you about the mission of the school because the mission of Trinity is the heart of our school. It's what drives us. Trinity is a place with a big why. We believe that education is the formation of human persons, that every child and young student who comes to us is a born person, as Charlotte Mason loved to say. And our responsibility is to teach them and to form them into the people that God wants them to be. So education is both taught and it's caught. So it's learning, but it's also being formed by imitation, by being part of a community. And the community of learning that is Trinity School is shaped by four things. I would want you to know these four essential pillars, sort of the four pillars of learning at Trinity. We are a Christian school with a classical education that is rich and unhurried. Christian, classical, rich, and unhurried. Trinity's Christian education is one that we're very serious about. We like to say that we're Christian with a big C. We're serious about this, but we're also a Christian school that's open to the community and to the world. Whether you share our Christian faith or not, we'd want you to know that here at Trinity we have teachers who themselves are Christ followers, who are teaching from a Christian perspective or worldview, trying to ask the kinds of questions that Christians ask of the world and help our students ask and answer those questions. And also, we're forming a Christian community, a group of people that are invested in one another's lives and wanting to shape and be shaped by the story of Jesus Christ, His life, His death, His resurrection. So Trinity's classical education is the second pillar of our learning. And if I were going to boil down classical education into one sentence, I would say that it is an education that teaches students how to learn for themselves. That's the way Dorothy Sayers put it in her famous essay, The Lost Tools of Learning. A classical education gives students the tools of learning. It teaches them those meta skills that they will need for the rest of their life to be able to learn how to learn. The students that are coming into Trinity in this generation will have many careers. They will have to change jobs and retool themselves over and over again. Trinity's goal is to give them the skills of thinking, of communication, of reading and writing and listening and speaking and reasoning critically, the kinds of skills that will serve them well for their whole lives. The third pillar of Trinity's education is a rich education. And when we say that word, we mean deep and engaged learning. Learning that takes students into a relationship with all sorts of things in God's creation, in the world, with other people, with ideas. Charlotte Mason used to say that ideas are to the mind as food is to the body. And I love that because an idea is something that students can grab a hold of and can be nourished on. It takes them deep. And a rich education through books, through things, through nature studies and picture studies and music studies, through interactions with culture, with nature, and with the wide world. This is the kind of rich feast of education that we want to provide for all of our students here at Trinity. So the fourth pillar of Trinity's education is unhurried. And when we say unhurried, we have in mind the pace and the rhythm of an education that allows students to thrive. Our world is increasingly a pressured and anxious and accelerated and frenetic world. And while our students need to learn to live in that world, that kind of pressure can sometimes be counterproductive to real and deep, passionate learning. And we want to create a space, a culture, an atmosphere here at Trinity that allows for students to go deep, to understand, to reflect, to have the time to develop virtue and the habits of mind that will serve them well for the rest of their lives. This is a countercultural move on Trinity's part. I would say there are two temptations that you as parents will experience as you raise your children. And we want to partner with you here at Trinity to battle against those productively. One of those temptations is the temptation to push too far too fast, to try to keep up with the educational Joneses and to do everything in academics, in extracurriculars, in music, in athletics, and all kinds of things that we feel as parents that we have to do. But you know, there's a blessing in doing a few things well. There's a blessing in giving students the gift of time, the time to play, the time to grow as students, and find those things that they really love. The second temptation is the temptation to protect our students too much. It's our job as parents and as school leaders to protect students, but there is a sense in which students learn through failure. Failure is one of the most important learning experiences in a student's life, and one of the opportunities and challenges for us as leaders, as teachers, as parents, is to know how to allow our students to fail. There is such a thing as the blessing of the skinned knee, as Wendy Mogul likes to talk about. And we at Trinity are committed to helping students learn through those hard things, through those challenges, even through those failures, to grow in knowledge, in wisdom, and in virtue. And that's a partnership that we look forward to here at Trinity School.